Hey, YouTube, we're going to be going live. We're live right now, but we're going to start streaming in just a second. I just want to make sure I can pull this up so that I can see the stream and see the comments and stuff. We're going to go over some charts today, of course, like we usually do. I'm going to wait for that to load up. Then we're going to go live on TikTok also. Just waiting for it to load. There we go. It's starting to show. Let's go over here. Let's start live on the old tiki-taki. Ricky-tiki-tie. Tiki-tiki-taki. All right. We will start looking at some of these charts in just a second. Let's get this to load up. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? We're going to look at some charts today. We're going to get started here in a second. In the meantime, pump us up to 100 likes. That would be fantastic. We're streaming live on TikTok and on YouTube. Daily Crypto Bull over on YouTube, too. I'm just trying to get the this page to load up over here. It's just taking a second. We're going to get some charts up, take a look at them. What's up? What's up, everybody? Go ahead and drop in the comments where y'all are tuning in from. Let's see. We got a chart up. Hour. Probably restarted it. Oh well, here we are. What's up, everybody? Where y'all tuning in from? Vancouver, Canada. I'm in that area too. I'm over in Seattle. Let's see here. So last night, a lot of people on our Discord. Let me move this out of the way here. A lot of people on our Discord took a lot of shorts last night. And today, and we've been doing pretty good, profiting on the way down. So Bitcoin over here, this is what we were seeing. We were seeing Bitcoin kind of, for instance, Bitcoin, you saw this across a lot of charts. Bitcoin is coming up to a top here. We are on the 4 hour, it did print a red dot here. And as you can see, if you trace this back, really I was really looking at like this area right here, about 17.2s to 17.3s. You can see that Bitcoin's been having, this is the FTX fallout back here. Bitcoin's been having a pretty hard time breaking above that. So when we work in probabilities, the probability is that it's going to come down some. And Bitcoin's had a nice little drop here. It went up to almost 17.4 and dropped down to now about a low of 16.9. Right now, we're below 17,000. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? So let's go to the 1 hour real quick. Still looks like it's got further down to go to me based on the 4 hour, but it's come down pretty quick on the 1 hour. Now you can see we're sitting at this area right here. Right, 16.8. You can see that that's been pretty decent support, right? You saw it was resistance here, broke above, came down, support, support, support. So the question is it going to go below this level? Is it going to go below this level? That's what we're really looking at. Can I get on the Discord? The Discord's a private Discord. It's only for Lever Atlas members. So looking at this, we had this sell signal come in. That worked out pretty well. Coming down here, this is what I'm really watching. I wouldn't want to touch anything right now. A lot of people are still in shorts from yesterday, like say, Smith over here, he's in a Bitcoin short. I'm sure he's still in that. Nate's in a Bitcoin short, and so are a lot of other people. I wouldn't want to hop in right now, though, but this was the first area I was looking at right here. See that? 16,980, but now we've had this next candle come over, this hourly candle, and break down below that. So that would look bearish to me also, especially since, where's price at right now? Price is at 16,930, so it's still below that area. So to me, this looks bearish in the short term, but we are getting down here on the hourly to the, almost to the oversold area, right? So very interesting. Again, I wouldn't want to take any shorts right here. I'm not necessarily feeling taking any longs either. Let's go over to ETH. We'll look at ETH now, and then we will go over and we'll start looking at other coins you guys want to look at. Sound good? We can even look at some stocks if you guys want to look at those. Let's look at the 4 hour here. on Ethereum is you can clearly see, right, this Fibonacci line right here, right? Look at it just hold up as resistance. Resistance, resistance, resistance. And where is that area? It's basically about 13,000, right? Here we are. It's basically 13,000. So ETH has been failing to get above 13,000. Send in some likes, guys, if you could. Let's get over 1,000 likes. And again, we are streaming live on TikTok and on YouTube. If you want to see my whole entire screen the whole time, you can go over to YouTube, Daily Crypto Bull, and you can see the live stream going on. But ETH here, we did the same thing last night. We saw it coming up here to this 13,000 range, and we're like, that doesn't make sense. Plus, when you look down here, look at this. Look at this. Price is holding up here, but look at the momentum waves just going down, down, down. This is just a clear sign to me that it's showing weakness, even though price is trying to push up, but it's at a significant resistance, right? Again, rejected, 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 rejected. Odds are it was going to get rejected again, especially with declining momentum like that. Yeah, this just looked pretty obvious. Could this go lower, though? So the first area we were looking at for the drop was, hey, this was kind of the support right here, the bottom of this drop, which was 1262. And now we're down here, right? This is 1238. This is the next one I'm eyeing. I mean, you could kind of make the argument right here, which is where we're at, about 1250. Right now we're at 1253. So we're struggling with that area. But these wicks brought us down here to 1236. And again, this is on the 4 hour. So let's go to the 1 hour real quick. Let's see what the 1 hour looks like. The 1 hour here, we are getting close to the oversold zone. This is really the area to watch to me. If Ethereum breaks, excuse me, if Ethereum breaks 1238, the next level down would probably be somewhere between 1224 and right here, this fib line of about 1200. So if Ethereum breaks below this, about 1238, call it 1240, there's a decent chance that it's going to come down here into the 1220s, maybe even test 1200 down here. That's what ETH looks like to me, right? Would I want to hop in on a trade right here? I would not. We are still in this trade from the other day, this quant trade. No, that's not it. Where'd it go? Oh, no, that's it. So we're in this quant. This is just on the testnet, though. But we got in here at 110, went up to 122, and we're up about 110% on that trade there because we did 10x leverage on this. So that quant trade there is pretty cool, but it is just a testnet trade. And let's see here. So that's ETH. You know, ETH to me looks like I wouldn't want to be taking any shorts. I don't know if I'd want to take any longs right here, right now either. Nothing's real clear to me. Go ahead and drop in there. I see some people asking for Axie. Let's take a look at Axie. Let's take a look at Axie. Let's go to the 4 hour on Axie first. Okay, I wouldn't touch that. I mean, no way. Right? Some kind of news happened down. Look at that buy signal. Just nailed that, by the way. Some kind of news. What news happened with Axie? What happened? Because how does Axie shoot up from $6.80 to over $10? What happened? Let me know. What happened here? What in the world happened to Axie? What news came out that caused this big FOMO pump? I wouldn't touch this right now at all. That's a big wick, and it came down. So I'm tell you what, I'm going to be looking to just short Axie in the short term, in the future here, in the very near term future, because this FOMO ass pump, this is artificial. Not artificial. It's just not fundamental. I want to know what's happening here because I'm going to be shorting Axie pretty soon. That's for sure. Wow. So I'm not even going to analyze that. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to keep an eye on Axie, and I'm going to be shorting this because that's absurd. I wouldn't be looking to buy this at all. That's my own opinion. Let's just go to Phantom. I saw Degimon in here asking for that. Degimon, you probably got some trades you posted in here. Let's see if we can find some Degimon trades. There's a Ron G. There's Degimon right there. See, I knew it. He's in a Phantom trade right now. He got in at 25.65, went down to 25.20. He's making 17%. Now, he's not getting paid Phantom as his profit. He's getting Tether as his profit, which is fantastic either way, right? Because you can choose with certain coins, you can choose to get paid your profits in the crypto. In other ones, you can choose to get paid. There's a lot more to choose from that you can get paid stable coin on. Phantom, boy, look at that, Deggy. Phantom, God, Phantom just looks like it's got some ways to come down, doesn't it? I mean, look at this. We almost made it up to this 200-day moving average. We just keep getting rejected in this area right here. What do we call it? Let's call it like 25.5. What are we at right now? 24.7. To me, it definitely looks like Phantom has some room to come down. I think Phantom has I'd be surprised if Phantom doesn't come down here to 24, under 24. And then after that, low 23s. And then if it goes down below that, this is probably the next area is like 21.5. I mean, Phantom could come all the way back down to here, but I think there's a decent chance Phantom comes down to here. And from what I'm looking at right here too, I mean, Phantom coming down here to like 24. That seems pretty likely to me. That's what that looks like to me. That's the 4 hour. Let's go to the 1 hour though real quick. Yeah, just had the sell signal come in too. That sell signal looks like that's going to be same thing. Like this sell signal nailed it, sell nailed it, sell nailed it, sell nailed it. I think this one's going to nail it too. Actually, all of these were good, weren't they? What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think this would be the 9th in a row. That's a pretty damn good streak. I wouldn't expect that all the time from Lever Atlas. By the way, I saw some people asking about the indicator, which is Lever Atlas. That's the buy, sell labels and the momentum waves here. If you want to get that, go over here to the Discord and click the link, and you can get Lever Atlas right here. That's the indicator. Plus, you get access to my most advanced course, which is hours and hours and hours of content. And most importantly, you get access to this Discord where we're doing stuff like this, sitting here profiting when price goes down, getting free crypto when price goes down. Like Smith right here, he got free Cardano when the price went down, and Bitcoin free when the price went down. More Bitcoin here, ETH when the price went down. If you want to learn how to do that stuff, be sure to hop in the Lever Atlas community because we post our trades and everything over there. We're constantly talking about what we're seeing. And if you're brand new to trading, I really suggest taking advantage of this masterclass here, how I get Bitcoin and other cryptos for free when price goes down. I'm so lazy that I still haven't changed the price. It's still on its Black Friday sale at 20 bucks. Definitely go check that out. So, and I'm going to be changing that. I swear to God, I'm probably going to change that today. I've been so lazy over the past week. Anyway, so Phantom looks like a good short to me, Degimon, for sure. Like, what did it come up to here? 25. What did you get in it at? Did you have that one posted in here? What did he get in at? You got in at 25.65. 25.65. Wow, what a great entry. You must have got him back here somewhere, because I'm not seeing it get quite that high. 25.65. What a great entry. That's some good profit right now. That's for sure. Wow. Let's go to ICP. I see Luke asking for it. Be sure to send in some of those likes. And again, we are streaming live on YouTube also, right? Daily Crypto Bull over on YouTube. You can see my whole entire screen the whole time, right? So if you want to do that instead of me just waving the camera around, you can see this whole screen over on YouTube. Let's go to the 4 hour on ICP. Let's make that a little bigger. Let me get some coffee real quick. Whew. So, okay, we have this nice rounded formation going on. This is an area to watch right here. Right, ICP, what is that? 440, we'll call it. Looks like it broke above it. It wicked above it over here, and then it went above it a bit more here, and now it's kind of breaking down. Is it losing steam? Let's go down to the momentum indicator. Looks to me like it's probably losing. Yeah, it looks to me like that might be a good entry for a short. I mean, we've already broken down some. Sell signal hasn't come in yet. It is in an upward trend, but it looks like it's getting topped out to me. Let's go to the 1 hour. Yeah, sell signal came in up here. That's already played out into profit. This would have been the area I was looking at right here on the hourly, because you can clearly see price got caught right here, about 432 roughly. Right now we're at 437. But we are below the zero line, so I wouldn't want to enter on a short right now. But I see. Do you have a Discord? I do have a Discord, but it's a private Discord, and it's only for Lever Atlas members. You have to be a Lever Atlas member to be in the Discord. So therefore, very high quality community. People actually pay to be in there, and they're all serious. So here we go back to ICP. You know, it looks to me like it's got further down to go. If it does go down further, I think it probably comes at least to here to 428. Likely this is a pretty strong support at 416. I think that's a pretty strong support from what I can tell. I could pull up the volume indicator or profile, but I can just tell that this is the area that it's going to gravitate around this area. This seems like the strongest one, and it's coming down to it. So I definitely wouldn't want to take a short. Thanks for the fire, Luke. I think we're going to see a lot of this today. Let's go to XRP. Let's go to XRP. You know, we've been shorting a lot of the market here, right? Here's Degimon. He took a short on Phantom. He's sitting here profiting when the price goes down. Ranjit profiting when the price goes down. He just put that up literally today. I mean, at 11.25. Smith profiting when the price goes down. We have a lot of that going on. If you want to learn how to profit when the price goes down and get free crypto when the price goes down, go to my TikTok bio and click this link and go take this masterclass. I still have it on Black Friday sale. I'm going to be raising the price on it soon. It's only 20 bucks, right? It's cost of lunch. How I get Bitcoin and other cryptos for free when the price goes down. Plus there's a $300 bonus in there. So go check that out. So looking at XRP, let's go to the 4 hour. Let's go to the 4 hour on this. Let's see. So we have the 200-day moving average. That's what this yellow line is right here. Really, I want you to think of it like gravity. I want you to think about gravity like it's rotating around it. You know what I mean? It's rotating around it. So you can see price comes up, rejected, 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 and it finally breaks through, and then it goes down. Now it's kind of rotating around it, and it's using it as support. To me, now we're below the zero line. Momentum does seem to be moving up, but it is matching price. So we are down below it. I wouldn't want to touch this right now because I'm really looking at this 200-day as gravity, like it's going around and around and around, and now it's getting tighter and tighter, and now it's really tight. I don't know which way it's going to break. Plus, you can see this formation here is this kind of rising wedge type thing, or this some kind of wedge, something like that. So this is really hard to read in terms of what it's going to do. Those are kind of 50-50 patterns. Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one, Luke. Let's go to the 1 hour. Maybe we can find a more of a scalp on the 1 hour with that. We just had that sell signal. Nailed that pretty good, though. Now we're down here. We can clearly see right at this level, right? You can see over here. Well, you can see right here, resistance, broke it, support, 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 support. Probably going to be support. We're below the zero line. I'm not seeing anything major here. We did see this kind of bearish divergence going on here, and then it played out. Is it going to go down more? It very well could. Just hard to tell at this moment. I just wouldn't want to get into it right now, and I wouldn't want to say longs either. Right now is kind of a should have got in a few hours ago type of thing on most things we're looking at so far. You never want to rush it. You never want to push anything. You don't want to force moves. There's always new trades around the corner. I see some people asking about the indicator. If you want to get the indicator, which is the buy-sell labels and the momentum waves, that's Lever Atlas. That's my own indicator. Click the link in the TikTok bio, and you can get Lever Atlas right here. And in addition to that, you get my entire most advanced trading course, which is hours and hours and hours of content. And most importantly, you get access to this Discord where we have people doing stuff like this, right? Here's Nate profiting when the price goes down. He's actually getting Bitcoin paid into him as his profit. So he's getting free Bitcoin because the price is going down. Nate just joined the group like 2 weeks ago. He's already doing this. So actually, look, he's got 3 trades that he posted right there. Here's some more. D. Smith, I think that's his buddy. He just joined a couple weeks ago too. Here he is getting free Cardano, free Bitcoin, and he's getting paid Tether as his profit there. All while it's going down. If you want to check that out, hop in Lever Atlas, or at least take the Masterclass, 2.5 hour class. I still have it on sale for only $20. That price is going up very, very soon. So that's XRP. XRP is just hard for me to touch right now. I don't know what kind of trade I would want to do there. I would probably just stay away a little bit. No, I did not steal Market Cipher. I'm going to block you because you're a jerk. No, this is definitely, I know it looks fairly similar, right? Because I'm using the wave type thing, but it's definitely different. And I have the buy-sell labels. And it's cheaper than Market Cipher, that's for sure. Chainlink. Yeah, let's go to Chainlink. Let's go to the 4 hour. Chainlink has had quite a pump. Again, Chainlink right here is sitting at 720, right? And Chainlink came down here. Look at this. I want to show you look at this. $6 is a very, very strong support area for Chainlink. When it goes under 6, that's when I buy Chainlink. Look at the amount of time Chainlink is spent under $6. This is it. Boom, boom, boom. The very little time. And I bought some down here in the 580s. I feel very good about that. But I'm not looking to sell that. That was for my hodl bag. Because Chainlink to me is a very, very top tier project. And then we have this resistance zone right here, about the 200-day moving average, right? This yellow line. And you can see that we got rejected here, and then we've broken above it, right? We've broken above it. And now we're kind of using it as support / gravity, right? Up, down, up, down, up, down. Think of it as gravity. That's the way I like to think of it a lot of times. But right now it's using it as support too, right? So there it is, holding. I wouldn't want to touch it right now. This is on the 4 hour. Where's momentum? This could actually really work itself out into a bullish divergence. We did have a bearish divergence back here. That played out pretty well. That buy was a loser. That sell was good. Buy good, sell good, buy good, sell good, buy good, sell, already profit. So to me, I think that this may come down a bit, but Chainlink looks so strong, right? Looks so strong that I think it could come down a little more, but I think I'm really seeing a bullish divergence here. Let's go to the 1 hour. I think Chainlink may be one that I would be more looking for to take a long on, not necessarily at this hot minute, but I'll be watching this for sure. Like if this, On the 1 hour, I don't quite see a bullish divergence yet forming. I guess that would probably be, because what are we at here? What's this low? That low right there is about 719, and we have come down a little bit lower over here. You can see that. This wave over here, right? Check this out. It hasn't printed a green dot yet, but it looks to me good chance that it ends up being a shallower wave. So we have a low and a lower low, a wave and a shallower wave. That's a divergence. For the chain link, I would be looking for a long here on link. Not necessarily at this second, but when this stuff confirms, I would definitely take a look at it. That's what I would do. That's what I'll be looking for. Let's go to Doge, right? Because Elon, did you guys see that about Elon? Elon's talking about how basically not Elon. There's been some rumors coming out, like legit rumors, that Twitter's going to start using cryptos, some of the cryptos. We don't know which ones officially, but you can't help but feel like Doge is going to be one of them, right? You can't help but feel like Doge is going to be one of them. So here we are. Look at this. Look at the 200-day moving average here for Doge on the 4 hour, right? Broke through that. This was when Elon took over Twitter, right? That's what pushed it through there. Then it came down. This is FTX right here. Hit the 200-day, riding pretty sideways, came down, bounced off it again. Now it's up here. This little line right here too, that's the 200-week moving average. That's the 200-day. Very important to keep track of those. But it's pumped up some, and now it's kind of forming this. Really, it's kind of an ascending triangle. That's pretty interesting, right? Because you see this high, 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 and low, higher, low, higher, low. That actually looks kind of bullish to me overall. On the 4 hour here, we are above the zero line, so I wouldn't want to be taking any longs. But I don't know if this has much further down to go. With that said, we haven't made much movement here, right? This right here was a really bullish thing. Why is this really bullish, this below the zero line thing? Because look at this. Look at this low and this higher low. Look at this. Low, higher low. That doesn't make sense. If this is higher, this should be higher, right? So this is, and in particular, it's such a good gap that this is what's called a hidden bullish divergence, and then we pumped up. But we really seem to be hitting resistance right at about 11 cents. 11 cents seems to really be rejecting Doge. So the question is, will it break above that? I don't know. We do see that momentum on the upside is coming down though. So this is one to watch. Let's go to the 1 hour, see if anything stands out on Doge, good old Doji. Sell signal came down. Sitting down here. Yeah, I don't know right now. That actually looks kind of bullish to me. Because again, same thing. Like look at these lows over here correlating with, like, say this one in particular. And then we have this big wave down here. This just seems like an overcorrection in momentum for the amount of price action we've gotten. This actually looks like a bit of a hidden bullish to me. That's what it looks like. So for me, Doge, I think Doge is coming to some support right now. I would probably be looking for longs on Doge and probably Link of what we've looked at so far. Sonora says Doge is with zero utility. I would agree with that. But if Elon Musk is going to use Doge on Twitter, if that's going to get used, that gives it utility because now it's actually getting used on a platform. That gives it some utility. As much as I don't really care for Doge either, that's the truth. So that helps it. Can you show your indicators? Really, I know it says I have 11 over here, but that's just because of my moving averages here. Really, all I'm using is the buy-sell signals and the momentum waves. And that's all one indicator called Lever Atlas. If you want to get that, click the link in my TikTok bio, and you can get Lever Atlas right here. It's my own indicator. And with that, you get my advanced trading course, hours and hours and hours of content. And most importantly, you get access to the private Discord where we're doing stuff like this. I mean, today, Smith, he just joined a couple weeks ago. Here, he profiting when price goes down here, got in there. He's profiting as price goes down. Getting Cardano for free as price goes down on that one. Getting Bitcoin for free as price goes down there. Here's Nate getting Bitcoin for free as price goes down. ETH for free as price goes down. Cardano as price goes down. And we got a lot of these. This is our profit board page. A lot of those have been getting posted today, so we took a lot of shorts last night. And in the actual Discord, we talk a lot about what we're seeing, what trades we're taking, stuff like that. But it's only for Lever Atlas members. What else should we look at? So that was Doge. Let's see here. Where can we collect free crypto? If you want to learn how we do that, go take this masterclass, right? Like in these trades here, like that's what's happening, right? He's not buying anything, right? The price of Cardano went down, and he's getting paid Cardano because the price went down, So in my opinion, he's getting free Cardano when the price goes down, right? I don't know how else you would explain that. Same thing here, but he's getting ETH as the price goes down. He's getting Bitcoin as the price goes down. If you want to learn how to do that, I still have this masterclass on Black Friday sale for just $20, right? That's the cost of lunch. It's a 2.5-hour class. Plus there's a $300 bonus that comes along with it. So go and get that before I raise the price. You can learn all about that. Doge, what else should we look at? What else should we look at? Gala. Hell yeah, let's take a look at Gala. Heck yeah, baby. Let me get some coffee. Let's go to the 4-hour. By the way, if you want to see my whole screen, we are streaming live over on YouTube also. You can see my whole screen, right? It's Daily Crypto Bull over there on YouTube. Or you can just click in my profile, my TikTok profile. There should just be a play button you can click, and I'll take you over to my YouTube. So looking at Gala, boy, that's quite a wick right there. We're looking at the 4-hour. It's obviously found a bit of a base here, right? Call it about 2.4. 2.43. Right now we're at 2.56. We've had a nice little wick here. Where'd that wick go up to? That wick went up to 2.68. Now we're sitting here. I would say the gravity, right? This is is right in the middle of this. So the resistance, I would say, is probably about 2.6 cents. And the support is probably about 2.4 cents. So really, Gala's trading between 2.4 and 2.6 cents. And right now, we're closer to 2.6. So right off the bat there, plus we're above the zero line on the momentum, this looks to me like I'd be more inclined to look for short opportunities. Let's go to the 1-hour. Let's see here. Let's see, we're on the 1-hour. Ooh, but this is look at the 1-hour here. This is a very clear bearish divergence, because what does that mean, right? See this high right here and this higher high? That wave and that smaller wave. So price is going up, but momentum is pushing down. That tells us that we're losing steam. Plus that makes sense, right? Because we just talked about 2.6 cents being roughly looking like the resistance area of what it's trading in between. So to me, it looks like Gala probably has a bit more down to come. It could, we could get a little bit more green come up, but odds are if there is a third wave here with a red dot, it's probably going to be lower than these two, certainly lower than this one. And it'll probably come down. So I think Gala is looking like a good short candidate. Probably going to come down here to about 2.5 to high 2.4s. That's what Gala really looks like to me. I would feel okay looking at this for a short. Do I want to hop in right here at 2.56? No. I'd probably rather wait and see how this goes and probably hop in somewhere closer to 2.6 is probably what I'd rather do for that. So that's Gala. What else do we want to look at? What are your top 3 altcoins long term? Well, if we don't include Ethereum, because Ethereum is my number 1 coin overall, but I would say Gala, Matic, and then it becomes tough. I would say probably Sand. Probably Sand or XRP in terms of for the next cycle, right? Long term, maybe not, but in terms of the next cycle, I like those. How high you think Gala on next bull run? I think Gala easily hits $1. I think it probably lands somewhere around 2 to 3 with an upper really kind of dream limit of possibly $5. So somewhere between 1 and 5, I think it'll land somewhere around 2 to 3. I'm very bullish on blockchain gaming, NFT gaming. That's actually the main focus of what I do, and I'm not a gamer, right? I don't even play video games. It's just so obvious to me how blockchain gaming is going to be the first actually mass adopted thing in terms of crypto and blockchain. How high you think what website should I use to get started? Well, if you want to get started doing this type of stuff over here, that's exactly why I made this class, this 2.5-hour master. It took me 2.5 months to make this 2.5-hour masterclass. Right? This is a great place to get started to see how all that stuff works. And plus I have it on sale for $20. It's never going to get cheaper than that. I'm going to be raising the price as soon as I stop being lazy and put it back up to its normal price. How I feel about MakerDAO? I really like MakerDAO. Let's go back to ETH real quick. I like MakerDAO. That's one of my top 5 probably DeFi projects, but I would say it's second tier to me. I would say my first tier of DeFi is Curve, Aave, and Uniswap. In what order, I don't know. I would probably rather have Uniswap the most, but then probably Curve and then Aave. And then the second tier would be Maker, Compound, and Yearn. We've come down quite a bit here, right? We came down to 1246 so far. So it has come down a little further than I remembered. With that being said, that is hitting this Fibonacci line right here in the low 1240s. And ETH is pretty far. We're on the 1 hour. If ETH does come down further, if it does, we'd probably be looking at this area right here in the 1220s, because that's the next meaningful area where price kind of got caught up in the 12 teens, right, like 1212 to like 1225. I would say probably somewhere between, we'll just say 1200 to 1225 if it breaks down below this Fibonacci line. It very well could. It does look like we're starting to get a little oversold here, so interesting. Prediction on curve long term, I don't know. Much higher than it is today. That's about the only thing I could say with a decent degree of certainty. So that's, and by the way, let's go to Maker real quick. Someone was asking about Maker, and then we'll take a look at curve after that. Let's see here. So that's the 1 hour. Let's go to the 4 hour. Look at these signals just nail it on the 4 hour. By the way, look at that. Winner. Ooh, probably a winner. Let's call it a loser to be conservative. Winner. Now, with that being said, that's actually a pretty good streak. I don't expect it to work out that good every time, but I just point it out when I see it. We've come down here. This is clearly a strong support area for Maker, literally right where we're at right now. You can see it, right? When we go below it, we shoot back above it, so it's kind of a slingshot zone. Yeah, this looks like, and we can see that it was really riding it right here. So what is that, 637? Right now we're at 638. But we haven't, this is the 4 hour, we haven't come below the zero line yet, right? So when we zoom into the 1 hour, we could see some green coming off of this red. Although what's interesting here is you see that price was hung up right here, came over, and then it broke down lower. So that's interesting. But it's still in this range here of all of this, 637. So I would want to watch that. We're pretty far down here. I wouldn't want to touch this right now in terms of shorts, but I don't know if I'd want to take a long yet either. I'd probably wait for this to confirm. But the 4 hour looks to me like it wants to come down further. So I think Maker's got a good shot. Let me go back to the 4 hour. I think Maker's got a good shot at having some kind of wick down to like the 620s. That's what I think. Could come down a little more. I would say that this is probably the next main area, which is about 625. If Maker comes down more, I would probably expect it to come down to about somewhere between 625 and probably 633, which isn't real far from where it is right now. So I don't know if I'd want to short this. I see a lot of people asking about the indicator. If you want to get the buy, sell label and the momentum wave, because that's the indicator I'm using, click the link in the TikTok bio, and you can get it right here, Lever Atlas, because you join the Lever Atlas community. It's the only way to get it. And you get the indicator, you get my most advanced trading course, and most importantly, you get access to this private Discord where we're just sitting here profiting from the price going down. And if you want to learn, how we're getting profit when price goes down, be sure to take this masterclass. It's still on sale for only $20. Yeah, Maker. I probably wouldn't do anything with it right now. I would probably wait and see on that one. Let's go to Curve, right? Because you guys were asking about Curve. How's everybody doing today, by the way? Y'all excited for the holidays? I know it's getting colder. I know it's getting wetter. Here it's getting wetter in Seattle. We even had snow last week, and we don't get a lot of snow here. It usually stays above freezing, so we just get rain. But nonetheless, I'm getting excited for the holidays. I know it's only the 5th today, but I'm excited. In about 20 days, I'm going to see some people I don't see very much. I'm excited for that. So curve here, looking at the 4 hour, we can see that I would say that this area is probably the main resistance, right? You can see it get rejected. We could probably go a little higher. Maybe we should say about that, right? Because we got rejected there, got rejected there, get rejected there, getting rejected there. So this looks like it wants to come down a bit to me. Plus we printed a red dot up here. What is that? 69. So I'd say about 70 cents, right? If we lift this up a little bit, I would say 70 cents is probably the heavy resistance for curve. So when it gets up there, I would be kind of leaning towards the shorts. We had this nice pump. Haven't really broken above that wick, right? You did there for a second. That would have been a good opportunity to take a short, obviously. Yeah, to me, this looks like it wants to come down more. This looks like a decent short opportunity to me, although I don't know if I'd want to hop in at 67 cents. Although, where's it going to come down to? It'll probably come down here to like 65, maybe a little under 65, maybe even break down here into the 63. So maybe that's a decent opportunity. Let's go to the 1 hour. Let's go to the 1 hour. Let's make that a little bigger. Kind of finding some support. I expect it to break that. I mean, this momentum is just pushing it down so much. I think this is going to break. And it's going to come down here somewhere between 64.5 to 62.5. I think it's going to break and come somewhere down here because right now it's fighting with this support level. By the what I'm looking at here, because this is what's called a hidden bullish divergence. What is that? So here, look at this little wave right here, and look at this high. This is a similar high, maybe even a little higher, and look how much more gigantic this wave is. So all this momentum trying to push it up, but it just can't get above it, or it barely gets above it. That tells me that it's probably going to come down some because the bulls are getting tired and they're going to let it go down a bit before they take another ride. They're going to take a breather. Hell, even this high over here, see this high and this lower high? Look at this. They're so close. They're so close. This high and this lower high, significantly lower high, and look at these two waves. They're almost identical in terms of height. So this tells me that steam is running out with the bulls and they need a breather, and I think that curve is pretty obviously going to come down. As a matter of fact, you guys want to see me, put a 1 in the chat if you guys want to see me place a short on curve, which means we can profit when the price goes down. Put a 1 if you want to see me place a short for curve. And by the way, if you want to see this whole entire screen, we're streaming live over on YouTube also. All right, Daily Crypto Bull over on YouTube. You can just go over there and find it, or there should be a little play button in my bio, my TikTok bio, that should bring you over there. I don't see a whole lot of ones. I don't know if anyone cares to see that. Maybe we'll just keep looking at charts then. I don't see much for ones in here. We got 162 people in here and only 3 ones. That tells me most people don't want to see it. So let's go back to the, unless I see a lot more ones come in. What else should we look at? I see someone put graph. I think it's GRT is the symbol for that. I've seen a few more ones come in. Yeah, all right. Let's do it. Let's go do a short. Now we are just on the test net. I don't do live trades on the live stream. I used to. That didn't work out so well for me because I'd willy-nilly, like right here when I'm looking at curve, like I gotta go back to curve real quick. Let me go back to curve because I'm gonna place a trade. I gotta look at the prices of it. So looking at curve, what did I think? What is this, the 1 hour? I really like to get in the higher 67. So I'm going to go over here to Bybit. We're going to select curve, CRV, and this, so we're going to take a short, which means we profit when price goes down. And in this case, our profit's going to be paid to us in USDT, Tether. That's what our profit's going to be paid to us, which means we're also going to be placing Tether into the trade. Now, we're not actually buying or selling anything. We're trading, which is different. And if you want to learn about that, definitely go take this masterclass. It's only 20 bucks. I still have it on Black Friday sale. That price is going to be going back up very soon. And there's a $300 bonus in there. So let's go over here. We'll do 0.6. What are we saying? 0.67. Let's go to 0.675. I'd like to see this get filled. We'll do 500 curve, which is about $336. Tether is $1. And we're going to do 10x leverage on the short. That's the red. And we always want to do isolated and a limit order. So I'm going to select short. I'm going to place a stop loss in, right? That's how we protect ourselves with risk management. I'm going to put it at probably about, let me see here. I really don't want to see it go much above this. So let's go over here to, let's put our stop loss at 0.685. Let me put it at 4. Yeah, I'm going to do it like that. And then we're going to click open short and confirm. And what it's going to do, it's going to, now we are in active orders, right? So that means right now curve is at 67 cents even. If it comes up to 67.5 cents, it's going to fill our order, and then it's going to move over here to open positions like we have with quant. Now this is a long, so we profit when price goes up, and our profit paid to us in Tether. We got in at 110, it's at 123. We're up 111%, making 123 bucks. Wait a minute. You're saying it went up 13 bucks and you're making 111% on your money? I am saying that. If you want to learn about how all that works, go take this masterclass. Still on sale for only 20 bucks. I'm going to be changing that price soon. And the $300 bonus is going to go away. I mean, who in their right mind doesn't want to learn how to do this stuff? In this case, I title it How I Get Bitcoin and Other Cryptos for Free When Price Goes Down. But in this class, I show you how to do this too, where we take longs and we profit when price goes up, right? It went up, I don't know, it's went up, how much did it go up here? It went up like 11% and we're up 111% because of the 10x leverage, right? but how we manage risk, all that stuff. Go check out that masterclass before I raise the price. So we'll come back and check on this. Stick around. We'll come back and check on this. If this gets filled, it'll move over here into active positions, and we will be in an active short trade. So stick around. We'll come back and check on this in a little bit to see if it gets filled. One thing we don't want to do is we don't want to do market orders because it costs more to do those. So we always want to do limit orders and get in on the price we want to get on. So let's go back to graph. Let's go to this one. So graph is looking interesting. Let's go to the 4 hour. Let me get a sip of coffee here. Does the class teach beginners? Absolutely. I make the class with total beginners in mind. I expect that anyone that takes that class knows absolutely nothing about any of it. So it is absolutely made for beginners. Let's see here. So looking at graph, had a pretty good run here, right? Buy signal, good, winner. Sell signal, really good. Buy signal, boom. Although this is insane wick here. I don't know what happened with graph. Sell, winner or loser depending on where you got in. Buy was a winner. Sell was a really good winner with that wick right there. And now we're just kind of gravitating around. You see how we're kind of almost where the price is right now. We're just kind of gravitating around it. Oh, it's mostly using it as support, it looks like to me, but it looks like it could be failing. We are below the 0 line. Now we're starting to maybe come above it. This is on the 4 hour. So there could be a little bit more juice in this coming up. Let's go to the 1 hour. I think that the markets are mostly taking a breather because they had a run up and then they had a bit of a drop down. But it looks to me, well, now when we look at the 1 hour, this looks bearish. This looks bearish to me. Is the class online or videos? It's a video, and it's a pre-recorded class, so you can watch the class over and over and over again. It's yours to keep, and I recommend you watch it more than once. So here, this looks actually bearish to me. I think that graph, looking at the 1 hour here, because look closely at this. See that right there? That was support, and now it broke below it. And now it's using this as support right here, which would be about whatever that number is, right? Is graph that cheap? Interesting. Oh, I have it to Bitcoin. That's why. Let's go to graph USDT. Okay, let's take a look at this a little differently now. All right, here we go. So now on the 1 hour, we're below the 0 line. It's making its way up. Let's zoom this out a bit. A lot of activity on this one. A lot of signals popping up on this one. Anyway, mostly because of the sideways action. So the buy came in. I don't expect that. I mean, it could come up more. I wouldn't want to touch this right now. If it does come up more, I would probably be looking to take a short on it. When I'm looking at graph, I think I want to see it come down. Do you think graph is a winner long term? I really don't know that much about graph, so I don't have a strong opinion on that. Let's see here. So graph here, I would probably be waiting for that to come up. What else you guys want to look at? Let's take a look at sand. Let's take a look at sand. I love sand. To me, it's like the Roblox or the Minecraft of blockchain gaming. Oh man, look at this though. On the 1 hour, let's go to the 4 hour first. All right, I see what I see on the 1 hour. I'll come back to that. So I'm seeing the same thing here on the 4. Sand looks like a really, really good short candidate to me. Because look at this. Look at this. You can see how price got rejected, broke above, but odds are. We can't work in certainties, only probabilities and odds and stuff. To me, it looks like this is probably going to get shot back down. I think this is going to come down. It's probably going to come down to at least the low 60, but I think it's probably going to go below 60 cents. Probably going to come below 60 cents, what it looks like to me. Sand looks like a really good short opportunity too. Stick around. We'll go put a 1 in the chat if you want to see me place a short on sand also. Let's go to, by the way, one other thing I wanted to point out. Look at this high. Look at this higher high. High, higher high, right? Look at this wave. Look at this smaller wave, right? You can tell there a little bit. Like if I go to this red dot, you can see that this wave is below it. But that doesn't make sense because if we're getting a higher high, these waves down here should look like this, right? This should be higher. This wave should be higher than that wave. It's not. And this is on the 4 hour time frame. So that is called a bearish divergence. Let's zoom into the 1 hour. It looks like it's about to print a dot. We have the same thing over here, right? We have this high, see where it wicked up to, and then this higher high. Look at the wave, look at the momentum going down. This to me looks like a very clear short candidate. I didn't see a lot of 1s come in. Put some 1s in if you want to see me place a short on sand. This looks to me like a good short opportunity right now. I would have rather got in back here when I saw this happening at the more like 62 cents. But since I do it on the testnet during a live stream, I would rather take that just for the educational experience. Boy, not a lot of ones, but you know what? I'm going to do it anyways. Let's go over here. Let's go back to here. Let's go sand. Let's place a short. Let's do, give me perp opportunity, but I'm not going to do that. Sand USDT. Let's go over here. What price do we want to get in at? I would rather get in maybe at least here, right? We're at 61.1. I'd probably rather get in a higher, like probably at least here, like 61.7. Let's do that. Let's do that. What are we at? 61.2. Let's go to 61.7. And then we'll go, 300. So we're putting up $183 of tether. And we're doing 10x leverage, so we're going to get to trade with the power of more like 1800 is what we should be. 300 sand, 10x, yes. Okay, let's go down here. Let's be sure to select our stop loss. This is how we protect our risk. And we'll put it at 0.62. We'll go 7. Okay, so we'll do that. And we'll open a short right here, and I'll move over here to active orders. So stick around. We'll come back and check on the sand and the curve ones to see if they move over here to active positions like we have with the quant one. And again, if you want to learn how to do all this stuff, be sure to go take this masterclass right here. Just click the link in my TikTok bio. That'll bring you over here. I still have it on Black Friday sale. That price is going to be going back up, no doubt about it. But sand looks like it wants to come down to me. It got very overbought. Looks to me like it wants to turn around and come down. That's what I think. Let's see here. Are you a fan of NEAR? Let's go take a look at NEAR. I don't know a whole lot about NEAR. Again, I'm mostly I'm a blockchain gaming guy. Let's see here. So to me, it looks like we have resistance here, here, and here. We have come down. Clearly, momentum is coming to the downside. You can see these waves are getting smaller, even though price isn't really changing with it. Looks like it wants to turn to me. Just looks like it wants to turn to me. It is turning. We have further down to go. This is on the 4-hour, but we are at this level right here where it very well could go up. But if it does come up some, I don't expect it to exactly go to the moon. I would be very surprised if it went past this level. Then I would be looking for it to turn and take a short. So right now I wouldn't want to hop in based on the 4-hour. Let's go to the 1-hour. Is he shorting quant? I'm not at, or no, I'm longing quant. But I've been in that trade. It's just a testnet trade, but I'm in that trade for like over a week. But we'll take a look at quant next. I have a feeling that I'd be more inclined to short it. So on the 1-hour, yeah, we're below the 0 line here. It looks to me like, I wouldn't want to take a short. Wouldn't necessarily want to take a long either. I think this very well could come back up and then go back down. That's what I think is going to happen here with NEAR. That's just what it's looking like to me. Can't work in certainties, only probabilities. This looks pretty dang overbought. So that was a pretty clear signal that it was a good time to short. Plus we had the sell signal come in that nailed it pretty good. That buy was good. That sell was probably slightly profitable. That buy was profitable, maybe even more so if you stuck in it through here. Yeah, NEAR, I don't know. It's looking like it's hitting support. I would wait and check back on that later. What did I say I was going to look at? See Solana. I want to look at Solana, but someone asked about, what was it? Quant. That's right, quant. Let's go to quant. Let's take a look at good old quant. Let's go to the 4-hour. What do we think about quant? Let's see. Quant, I want you to, again, pay attention to this yellow line. Strong support for quant. This is the 200-day moving average, this yellow line. Came down, bounced. Came down, bounced. Came down, didn't quite hit it, and then decided to go up higher because this was also a pretty strong resistance area right here, right? Rejected, 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 a whole bunch of times, right? At about 125. About 125. Right now we're at 123, just a little below it. We had a sell signal come in here on the 4-hour on this very candle. And that sell signal will be confirmed when that candle closes. I'm not sure, I don't see where the timer is, so I don't know how much time is left on this candle. But we're above the 0 line. This to me, and that's clearly a bearish divergence. We have this high and a similar high, but the waves have a big difference in size. Looks to me like it wants to come down. We are clearly hitting that resistance zone I was talking about, which is at about 125. But we're down about 123. I think this has more down to go. Let's go to the 1-hour. So quant to me looks like it has more down to go. We are starting to have a green candle go on the 1-hour, so that's interesting. If that does come up some more, I would be looking for a short on quant based on the 4 hour, but of course I would want to time it based on the 1 hour. That's just the way I do it. No right or wrong way to do it. I think it's just a matter of having a strategy and being consistent with it is probably the best way to go, in my opinion. And many other traders' opinions. I mean, I didn't make this stuff up myself. I learned it from experienced traders over the years. So I think that quant could come back up here some, and then it's probably going to turn. Or it could just keep going down right now. So either way, but I wouldn't want to hop in this right now. I see some people asking about the indicator, which is the buy-sell label and the momentum wave. If you want to get that, click the link in my TikTok bio, and you can get it right here, the Lever Atlas Trading Indicator. Plus, you join the Lever Atlas community. So that means you get my most advanced trading course, which is many hours of content. And most importantly, you get access to the private Discord where we're in here posting our trades, answering questions, sharing our findings. And over here on the profit board, we post our profits, right? These are just from today. Looks like Hasnain just posted. He just joined like last week. And here he is profiting. Look at this. Matic was here. He got in at this price and it went down. And he's up 30% because the price went down. And his profits in this trade are paid to him in Tether. So he's profiting when the price goes down. What do we got? Nate here. He's doing a Cardano trade. He got in at that price and it's went down. And he's made almost 25% on his money. And his profits were paid to him in Cardano. So he's getting free Cardano because the price goes down. Hasnain was getting free Tether because the Matic price went down. There's another one Nate is in, I guess. He's getting ETH paid to him, right? Price is going down. He's getting ETH paid to him here, making 28% on his money, getting free ETH because the price goes down. If you want to learn how to do that, click the link in my TikTok bio, and I have a 2.5 hour masterclass right here. I still have it on sale for just $20, right? That's the price of lunch or a beer at a football game. Highly recommend it. I'm going to be raising that price back up. Plus, there's still a $300 bonus that gets included with this. So check that out. Quant. So that's quant. What else do we want to look at? Solana. Let's go to Solana. Solana. Let me get some coffee. What's up, everybody? We are streaming live over on YouTube, too, if you want to go check it out, right? If you want to see my whole entire screen here instead of me just doing this with the camera, you can go over to YouTube, and I just have the whole screen up, all right? It's a little delayed based on the Carpenter one. What's up, Ranjit? This is he's one of our moderators over in the Discord, in the private Discord. But if you want to check that out, Daily Crypto Bull, and in the TikTok bio, you could probably just click. There's a play button that should be here. Just click it, and I'll take you over to my YouTube channel. Let's take a look at Solana here. Solana looks. I mean, check out Solana here. Look at this. So Solana, I mean, it's kind of doing this squeezing kind of pennant type thing is mostly what I see here. It still kind of, it's kind of, maybe it's more of a wedge. Very interesting, right? We're on the 4 hour. Let me squeeze this down a bit more. Look at these signals, by the way, on the 4 hour. Buy, winner, sell, winner, buy. That's a loser. Sell, winner, buy, winner, sell, winner or loser, depending on when you got in. Probably a winner if you get in the way I do. Buy, winner, sell, we'll call it a loser. Probably could win, but we'll call it a loser. Buy, winner. But we're trading pretty sideways right now. So the question is, what's Solana going to do, right? Solana looks to me like it's got a pretty strong resistance clearly up here, right? You can see rejected, and that was about $15. And then you look at the bodies of these, right? The bodies, and that is about $14.50. And then we have our next kind of support level, which I think is now resistance, right? You can see that price was support, broke it, came up, support, broke it. Now I think it's using it as resistance, which is basically $14, $13.94. Right now we're at $13.69. So we just print this dot on the 4 hour. That's typically bearish, but we're trading so sideways. I don't know if I would want to do anything with this right now. We clearly had this bearish divergence happen here where price is going sideways, making similar highs, and the waves are getting smaller. Almost nailed that exactly, by the way. I mean, look at this. Follow that dotted line up from the divergence. Look at what happened. Boom. And then we had the sell signal come in too. And then we've come down here. We're just trading pretty sideways on Solana. It looks like it's really trading basically between $14 and $13.25. It's where it's really trading in between. Right now we're right smack in the middle of it. Someone said Gala's pumping. Let's go look at Gala because we just looked at Gala a bit ago. Let's see if it is pumping. Let's see if that's true or not. Doesn't really look like it's pumping to me. Looks like it's going pretty sideways. Looks like it's about where we left it. Although, again, Gala to me looks like a pretty decent short candidate because look at this. We're at 25.5 cents. The resistance zone is about 2.6 cents for Gala. And here we are, still over 2.5. So I think, and plus we look at the momentum waves down here, right? You can see prices going up, but momentum is shifting down, right? It's getting smaller. To me, that looks, I think Gala is probably going to come down here to at least 2.5 even and probably break 2.5 a little bit, get to the 2.4s. So Gala looks like a short candidate to me. Although I love Gala. I love to buy Gala. I love to just hold Gala. Gala, I'm so bullish on blockchain gaming that Gala is like, Gala and Matic are my number one things that I buy after Ethereum and Bitcoin. Let's go back to Bybit and see if any of those trades got filled. Doesn't look like they've gotten filled yet. We're still waiting to see if they will. We got the sand and the curve shorts we're trying to get filled over here, but we're going to wait, right? You got to do it on your terms. You can't just hop in. It's not a good idea to do that. Make price come to you where you want it to be, because if it doesn't, oh well, move on, next trade. There's always another trade around the corner. Gala to $1 by 2024 says Art. I think that is, yeah, it's possible. It could happen in 2024. Yeah, that could definitely happen. I think that's very possible. And I like your time. I like you thinking out a little further. CubeCoin. What is CubeCoin? Let's take a look at CubeCoin. Not sure what that is. Let's go to the 4 hour. I got to get something to eat. I've had so much coffee today. I can feel that caffeine starting to drop my blood sugar. Does that happen to anyone else? When you drink coffee and you haven't eaten, like it makes you a little, not jittery, but like literally makes you weak, like drops your blood sugar a bit. So CubeCoin here, it looks like it's really trading between this range, right, of about 1.2 cents down here to probably about this area of about 9.5 hundredths of a cent. So tenths of a cent, excuse me. Yeah, tenths of a cent. So it's in the upper part of this range, sitting here at 1.1 cents. Looks to me like there's more room for it to come down than go up, but you can see that this is resistance, this area, and now the question is it flipped into support? We're down here below the zero line a bit on the 4 hour, so I probably wouldn't want to do anything with it right now. Clearly it's holding up pretty well. We did have a sell signal come in though on the 1 hour. I probably wouldn't take it though because I ignore the sell signals when they come in when we're below the zero line, and we are slightly below the zero line. So I would probably ignore that sell signal. Plus it doesn't, well, it confirms in about 9 minutes. It still could be right. That's just kind of my thing is I only take sells when we're up here, and I only take shorts up here and longs down here. Let's go to H-bar. Let's go to the 4 hour. H-bar. I feel like I want to say that in a Boston accent all the time. So H-bar to me looks like this is kind of the resistance zone right here. We'll call that about just over 5 cents. Call it 5 cents. And then the support area seems to be, I'd say it's probably down here, which is about 4.5 cents. And where'd that wick come down to? Almost exactly that. So that's really interesting. That is very interesting. We're definitely trading basically between 4.5 cents and 5 cents with H-bar. I mean, that's where the bulk of the price action is happening. And that's important to notice that type of stuff. We did make a higher high here, right? And now you can see momentum shifting, and it did turn around and go. We had the sell signal, came, and we have the bearish divergence, turn around and went down, found support right here, and now we came up a bit, and now we're going down more. So what's interesting here, right? Where did this wick down to? Wick down to 4.5. Right now we're at 4.8, right? Wicked down to 4.5. What's really interesting here is you see this wave down here correlating with this low. We already have a lower low based on the wick. And even, well, I mean, price is pretty much right here at this support level. If we see this come down more below this, like we make a lower low down here, which this wick we have, but sometimes I ignore the wicks. So if it comes down lower and we get like a smaller wave here, like a smaller wave, over here, like this one's down here, if this wave ends up looking like this one, then that would be a bullish divergence, and I would probably want to take a long on H-bar. So to me, that one's one to watch, but that's on the 4 hour. Let's go to the 1 hour now. We had that big wick. We're already we have a green candle now, which makes sense because with this wick, I mean, geez. Although momentum is still above the 0 line, this could come up a bit more and maybe come down. So I would be watching on the 1 hour probably. Again, like I said, price going down, momentum going up equated to a bullish divergence. But I wouldn't want to touch this right now. Most things are at a support or resistant area, but it's in a questionable area is what most things look like to me. We already looked at Doge. We already looked at SHIB. Let's take a look at ApeCoin. Let's take a look at APE. What's up, Ape? Where's Ape at? Ape's at 393. Let's go to the 4 hour. So Ape had a nice little recovery from here's the FTX fallout back here on, November 9th. And that went down to about, 2.83, but it did on the following Sunday make a lower low to 2.68. Now, I bought a decent amount of Ape in the $2 range because I'm like, yeah, that's going to go up from there. So, and it did, right? And I'm not like some Ape Super Bowl or something. It's just, obviously, it seemed very undervalued. I bought a lot of things. Like this Sunday in particular right here, I bought a lot of things because a lot of things came down and made lower lows than the FTX fallout on the prior Wednesday. And I was like, this is just so undervalued. I can't. And plus the way the chart formation works, plus I can see bullish, right? Low and a lower low. Look at that wave and a smaller wave, right? Price is coming down, but momentum is moving up. Very clear to me that a lot of things had they were bottoming, at least a short-term bottom. Anyways, let's go back to the chart here. What do you think is going to happen right now? So to me, this looks like a bit of we'll call it a double top, I guess, because we have this high and this similar high, right? Price failing again. And I would say this was probably the first resistance to get through, about 361. And it broke above, right? Came here, 391, and then right here to about 427, 430. Right now we're below $4. So we could just have price trading in a range here for a little bit. This is on the 4 hour, but we did get we got overbought here, right? This was quite a move based on a little bit of price action that happened because it only went from, 386 to 426, right? So what did it go up there? I don't know, was that 7% or something? Found its resistance. I think that this could come down more. I think we should at least see, what's Ape at right now? 393 is what it's at. I think we at least see Ape come down here into the mid 380s, but very possibly come down lower than that into like 370s, 360s. And this is where I'd really watch for the strongest support would be about right here at just around 350, maybe a little under 350 is what it kind of looked like there. So to me, this is on the 4 hour. Let's go to the 1 hour. Let's go to the 1 hour. Yeah, look at this. This right here, very important. Watch this. So look at this right here. See this wave? Correlates with this high right here, right? Look at that. Now, look at this one over here. This is a similar, right? It didn't really get any higher than that one. But look at this wave. Look at the wave. The wave, look at the red dot. Follow the dotted line over. It's above this one. So that means there's more momentum trying to push this up. But it didn't get any higher. To me, that looks like a bit of a hidden bearish divergence. Plus, we have rejection. This seems like the upper part of its range. I think that Ape has some, and it's already come down this much, and it's still got a lot of momentum down to go in terms of the waves. It could come up some more, but I would be eyeing Ape for a good short opportunity. That's what I would be doing. That's what I think. Just my opinion, right? Let's go back over here and see if any of our shorts got filled. It doesn't look like our shorts have gotten filled yet. We'll keep checking on that. What else do we want to look at? Let's take a look at AVAX. AVAX was a really interesting one. We were over in the Discord yesterday trying to catch the top of it, and we got stopped. I got stopped once, but then I got in up here at 1410 for AVAX. And I don't think AVAX actually got this high because I got in at 1410. So this chart might be a little bit off, I think. This Bitfinex one might be a little generous. But anyways, I got in at 1410 yesterday, right? Plus that's where we had the sell signal come in. Rode that down. I'm out of that one now. My trailing stop got hit, I think at about 382 or something like that. And it is coming down, right? It broke, look at this. It broke this support right here, right? Here was the first stop, 385. And then it came down here. And now it broke below that to come below 350 to about 346. Right now we're at 357. AVAX, on the 1 hour here, it's getting down here quite a bit. To me, this is actually looking kind of bullish in terms of taking a long. I think we're getting to the territory to take a long because now we're kind of coming right here, right? Coming here, about 343 is where it looks like that's about. It could come down a little bit more, maybe to about 330s, right? 332 is about where the bottom of this move was. And plus it's starting to meet resistance now at back here, or support here, here. This to me looks like AVAX, it very well could have a little bit more to go down. I have a hard time seeing it go down lower than this before we have an up wave. So I would be watching AVAX actually for a long, is what it looks like to me. Yeah, let's go to Bitcoin. All right, we start every stream looking at Bitcoin first. But I realize most people on the stream weren't here in the beginning, so we come back to it. We had the sell signal come in. That looks pretty good. Came down here to this support area, which is about 16,937. We're at 16,953. So now we're watching to see what happens. This actually looks, I think Bitcoin is probably finding a short-term bottom. I don't know if I don't think it has much more down to go. I think we're going to see a bit of a green wave. But then from there, who knows? I think that we could just come back down. Because if you look at like the S&P, it's just, and we'll go look at that actually. I'm not a stock trader, but I do pay attention to some things like that because they have a massive influence on all financial markets, including crypto. So to me, it looks like we kind of came to a new level. It was resistance, went above, support, up, came down, support. So to me, I think that we're probably short-term bottoming out, probably going to have another bit of a green wave. Maybe not much, but I'll be watching this. I think that maybe longs are coming in for Bitcoin right now. That's where my probabilities lie, right? I can't be certain of anything. I can only work in probabilities, and to me, that's what the odds look like to me. How do you get the buy-sell indicators on TradingView like on the screen? If you want to get the buy-sell labels and the momentum wave, that's my own indicator. It's called Lever Atlas. Click the link in my TikTok bio, and you can get it right here. It is a monthly subscription. With that, you also get my entire trading course, my most advanced one, and most importantly, you get access to the private Discord where we're doing stuff like this. I mean, Hossein just joined last week, right? He got in this Matic trade. He just posted this half an hour ago, and price was at 93 cents. It went down to 90. He made 30% on his money, and his profits were paid to him in Tether. What do we got here? Nate is a Cardano trade, right? He got in at 32.50, went down to 31.74. He made 25% on his money. His profits were paid to him in Cardano, so he got free Cardano because the price went down. He actually got paid in ETH, so he got free ETH here too when the price went down. And I think Nate just joined like 2 weeks ago. Hossein just joined like last week. I think his buddy Smith, that's probably here. Yep, Smith. He just joined with his buddy Nate over there. Here he is. He's getting profit on the Litecoin Cardano. We've been shorting ever since yesterday, and we're profiting on the way down. If you want to learn how to do that, click the link in the TikTok bio and take this masterclass, How I Get Bitcoin and Other Crypto for Free When Price Goes Down. I still have it on the Black Friday sale. I'm going to be raising the price on that and getting rid of the $300 bonus that you also get with it. So go take that before I raise the price. It's only $20, right? It's cost of lunch, cost of a beer at a football game. To be able to do stuff like this, like I'll tell you right here, like Smith made more than $20 on this trade. And that's not exactly, we do stuff like this literally every day. Not that I can guarantee anything for you, right? This is education. And I reveal what we're doing over here, how we do all of that stuff in this masterclass. Only $20. So Bitcoin, that's what it looks like to me. What else should we look at? Do you accept PayPal? I don't. Not that I wouldn't. I just, with the website host I use, I don't know how to set up PayPal, so you'd have to use a card. I wish I could accept crypto, but I don't know how to set that up either. What's the average profit from this? It varies, Shamo. I mean, we don't win everything, right? We lose sometimes. But the point is the strategy you use, hope you win more than you lose. And even if the strategy I use, I can actually lose more often than I win, and I'm still profitable because of the way I do it. So that's all the type of stuff, right? 2.5 hour masterclass. It goes into so much depth about how we trade, how we protect our downside, how we profit, all this different stuff. DSO. Let's take a look at DSO. DSO is interesting. Where's DSO? Let's see here. So DSO is decentralized social. I'm bullish on the concept. Ooh, this doesn't look good to me though. Like overall, this is the 4-hour time frame. To me, like we see this yellow line here. This is the 200-day moving average. Getting rejected pretty handily. I mean, it came above it, tried to use it as support for a bit, then rejected, and then fell below, rejected. Where's price at right now? 912. What's the 200-day at? The 200-day is at about 971. We had a sell signal come in on this candle on the 4-hour. I mean, it's valid because we are above the zero line. It does look like it kind of wants to come down. I'd say the main support is probably about here at about 875, 885, something like that. So there probably is room for it to come down. But overall, I mean, this looks like a very, very bearish formation to me. It looks like a. Let me show you something. Look at this. Let's just go from like here. Like, look at this. See this yellow line I'm drawing here? And check this out. It just looks a lot like a descending triangle, right? See how it kind of like drew this triangle here? Those typically break down. About, they say about 68% of the time. In other words, like 2 out of 3 times it'll break down. Other times it'll go up. To me, it's in the upper part of this thing. It's hitting the 200. I think DSO, now looking at it like this, I think DSO has a good chance of coming down here to about $8.50, maybe even come down to this line at about $8. So DSO looks like a short candidate to me. Not that I would want to hop in necessarily this hot second because of risk management and where I would put my stop loss. But I think looking at the 1 hour, I think DSO is probably going to come up some and then turn back down, if that's what happens. That would be my best guess as to what I think is going to happen. Send in some likes, by the way. I'd really like to get to 5,000 likes. That'd be pretty great. Let's see here. Thanks for the rose, David. Let's go to Matic. Matic's certainly one of the top things I buy. I'm extremely bullish on Matic for so many reasons. Let's go to the 4-hour. And by the way, if you want to see my whole entire screen, we are streaming live over here on YouTube, right? Daily Crypto Bull over on YouTube. You can see my whole entire screen. We got some questions while you're here. Mikas, Makua, I remember you on TikTok. You're over here on YouTube. There you go. What I think about SHIB. I don't like SHIB. I don't like Doge because they don't do anything. You know what I mean? Could they survive? Could they do better? Yeah, of course. Anything's possible, but in my probabilities, I just can't. Oh, Matic. Look at Matic right here. So look at this. Lever Atlas draws these little lines for us in case, not that we need them, but anyways. We have this high, a higher high, and a similar high. So we have almost a triple top kind of situation going on here on the 4-hour. Look at these momentum waves just getting smaller. This is a triple divergence, triple bearish divergence. To me, Matic's coming down. I think, let's zoom into the 1 hour. Let's zoom into the 1 hour. Let me scrunch this up a bit. We had this sell signal come in. That worked out pretty well. Yeah, I would say that's probably a bearish divergence too, because this high is at least the same, if not higher, and you can see that it's lower than that. But we have a strong support going on with Matic here, right at about 90 cents, right? Right at about 90 cents. You can see that, right? Price was, right? Support. Now we're coming here. Are we going to break it this time? I don't know if we're going to break it this time, but I think Matic is going to break this. This is looking pretty bearish to me, but I wouldn't want to hop in right here. I would have definitely wanted to hop in up here, which would be about here or on the sell signal. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. We're on the 1 hour time frame. Let's see here. What else should we get? Does your Lever Atlas work on all coins I choose to trade? Yeah, it works on charts, right? So it works on all crypto charts and all stock charts. Speaking of that, let's go over to the S&P 500 right now. Let's take a look. I've been saying this since last week. I said the S&P 500 looks, right now it's under 4,000. I was saying last week the S&P 400 looks like the highest probable short I can think of in all financial markets, and the NASDAQ. But the S&P, like it's came up here, it's hitting its 200-day moving average, right? It's also hitting this trend line that I've drawn. Let me zoom way out on that one. Look at this. Here was the top, right? Here was the top of the market back in December, right? Here's the top. So that's where I started this trend line. Came down. Here was the pump in March when Russia went into Ukraine. Here was the pump in August when the inflation estimated that it peaked. And now here we are coming back up to it again for the fourth time. And every time we also see this squiggly yellow line, that's the 200-day moving average. We went above it a bit here, right? Went above it a bit, and then we hit it, and now we're hitting it again, and that trend line, and this Fibonacci line right here. There's just so much resistance at this level. So much that I can only work in probabilities, right? No certainties. But the probabilities here are just screaming like 80, 90%. In my opinion, not that I can crunch some real numbers, but the probabilities to me seem very high that this is coming down. And I was saying that, right? What did we get up to? We got up to almost 4,100 on the S&P. I think the S&P is going to come back down here at least to this line, which is the 200-week moving average, right? You can see that it bounced right off of it before the rally, the 200-week moving average, to go up to the 200-day moving average, right? And where's the 200-week moving average at right now? About 3,600, call it about 3,650 to 3,700. I think the S&P by the end of the year is coming down into the 36s. Yeah, at least 37. It's just, there's just no way. There's no real fundamental case as to why, when we're heading into a recession, that this should be happening, right? This is just the same reason it shouldn't have happened here. It shouldn't have happened here. It's just speculation pumping this crap up. And believe me, sophisticated traders, they are shorting the shite out of this. Shorting the shite out of it. Let's see here. Hold on. Let's see. Let me see. What else we got going on? What else you guys want to look at? What else we got going on here? Let's see here. What else we got going on? So that's the S&P. People are asking about gold. I mean, let's take a little look. Gold to me looked like it was time for a short when I looked at it last week. I was saying around 1,800 seems to be some pretty strong resistance. Looks like we are coming down on that today. Let me zoom in a bit. Let's go to the 2 hour. So I was saying 1,800, plus it was hitting the 200-day moving average, right? Which was around 1,800. I was saying that last week that gold looked like a short to me. Plus, I think the dollar, the Dixie, was coming down to a lower support, to a really strong support zone. So those two, lots of times, are kind of inversely related. Not that I'm a gold expert or a Forex expert, right? I dabble a little bit in those, but those types of things are kind of obvious to me. Or they're just kind of like, obvious, I guess. You don't need to be super experienced in gold and Forex to spot those things, because those are pretty broad spectrum things. So gold to me, let me pull up the momentum again. We're getting oversold on that. I mean, again, this is what really nailed it to me, because I saw here's this, right? We have this high and this similar or higher high, and the momentum waves are clearly shifting. And at the 200-day moving average, like, it's just got to come down. It's just the way it works. Again, we can only work in probabilities, but the probability of this setup going down, very high. I would say 80+%. What's the name of the buy-sell indicator? If you want to get the buy-sell indicator and the momentum waves, that's all called Lever Atlas. It's my own indicator. Click the link in my TikTok bio and go over here. And you get Lever Atlas right here. Plus, with that, you get my most advanced trading course, which is a ton of hours of content, and I still add modules to it. And most importantly, you get access to our private Discord where we're doing stuff like this. Like Smith here, he just joined like a couple weeks ago. He got in on Bitcoin here. It went down, right? Price went down, and here he is profiting. And he's actually getting Bitcoin paid at his profit. So he's getting free Bitcoin because the price went down. Same thing here with Cardano. Actually, this one he's getting paid Tether as the price goes down. His buddy Nate here, ETH, price went down, made 28%, got free ETH because the price went down. If you want to learn how to do that, click the link in the TikTok bio and at least take this masterclass. It's only $20. I still have it on Black Friday sale. I'm going to be raising the price on that very soon, possibly today. So go get it while you can. Plus, there's still the $300 bonus in there. But gold looks to me like I probably wouldn't want to do anything with it right now because it's already done the play I thought it was going to do. But I don't trade that stuff anyways. We already looked at curve. We already looked at Matic. Every question you have and more is going to get answered in this masterclass if you're new to trading. It's a 2.5-hour masterclass. I really suggest you watch it more than once because there's just so much content in here that you're going to want, when you watch it the second time, you're going to pick up things you didn't catch the first time. And same thing, I'd say watch it at least 3 times. Oh, Chili's. Let's take a look at Chili's. Right? Chili's had a big, huge pump leading into the World Cup. Let's go to the 4-hour. And I was screaming back here. This is before I even knew about the FTX thing, but I was saying you got to sell it, and I said the same thing here, is that this is just such an obvious sell the event type of thing. But Chili's is so good long term with NFTs. Yeah, I don't buy into that. I mean, yeah, it is, but listen, that's not how you trade markets, right? It got pumped up like crazy because of the World Cup stuff, and then the FTX thing happened, and then World Cup still hadn't happened yet, so it got pumped up more, and here it is. Look at that. On Friday, November 18th, right, when did the World Cup start? Started on Sunday. Started to fall. Started on Sunday, November 20th. Started to fall. And what did I say? Right up here, I was like, this is an obvious short. Plus, you can see the bearish divergence going on. Although I wouldn't quite call that a bearish divergence, even though Lever Atlas drew it, but it must have picked up something within the algorithm to be able to nab that. But it was just obvious to me with the event happening in less than a day. Well, less than 2 days. I was like, take your profits, people. Take your profits. That was my opinion, anyways. And look how that played out. Pretty damn good. And it came down here to the yellow line, which is the 200-day moving average. And it's gravitating around that, holding pretty steady. Hard to see a trade on Chili's right now. The trade on Chili's was definitely right before the World Cup. But it's just kind of gravitating around the 200-day. I'd say if anything, it's using it as resistance. We're down here. This actually looks like a decent long candidate to me because it's so far down, right? I mean, I would say the main support area is probably about here, about 16 cents. Right now we're at 16.18. Wicked down to 15.85. This actually looks like a decent, but the thing is with Chili's is it's more volatile than most cryptos because look at these wicks. The frequency of these gigantic wicks happening, you got to watch out. As a matter of fact, if I were to get into a Chili's long, I would probably put it down here at like 15.85. Although, what are we on the 1 hour? We did print a green dot. That probably doesn't confirm for about another 30 to 45 minutes. But it looks like we are finding some level of support here. But I would be careful. I would definitely use this a tight stop. But this looks like it wants to go up to me. What platform do I use? I use Bybit to place the trades. Let's go back over there quick, see if these got filled. These have not gotten filled yet. Although, Sand, getting pretty close, 61.45. We want the short to get filled at 61.7 and curve at 67.5. Let's click curve real quick. I felt like it should just change us over. I do most of my trading on my phone, like literally all my trading and all my looking at charts on my phone. The only time I use it on my computer is just here during these live streams because it's the best way to show you guys. How about gold, bro? We just looked at gold. Gold looked like it's finding at least short-term support at the moment. Let's see here. You can't purchase crypto on TradingView. No, you can't. We chart it on TradingView. Let's see here. Let's see. Let me go back through and see if there's any trolls I need to block. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know. Most people are pretty cool today. Most of you guys are pretty cool in here today, it seems like. I don't really like it. You know, being on this side of the camera, I'm just doing the best I can. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not perfect. I'm just human. That's important to remember when you get on these streams, that there's a human on the other side. I think we're done looking at charts. It looks like things are kind of finding supports to me today. Let me go over to YouTube quick so I can see. Let me change. If you're over on YouTube, I'll change it over to the webcam. So there we go. But yeah, it looks to me like Dagimon says trolls have left. Good, I'm glad. it looks to me like, we had a nice rundown last night, and a lot of us in the Lever Atlas Discord were able to. We noticed that happening yesterday, and a lot of us hopped in shorts. I mean, I did hop in one short that I was too early on with AVAX, and it hit my stop. Oh well, little loss, and it went up a little higher, and I'm like, all right, now, and I got in at 14.10, and I wrote that down. I think my final, I take profit multiple times on the way down. I think my trailing stop finally got hit at like 1382 or something, but I took some profit at 1395, 1380, and 1365, I think. No, I don't think I quite got to 65. I think my trail got hit before. Either way, I really love seeing that over there on the Discord, on our profit board. I love seeing people post their profits, and there's been a lot of them today. People have been profiting from price going down for sure. I love that. Yeah, we already looked at gold. I'm not a big commodities trader or Forex trader or even stock trader, but I do look at, some stocks like the S&P. I do look at gold sometimes. I look at the Dixie sometimes, if you want to call that foreign exchange, I guess. But just to give me a broader sense of what's going on in the greater financial market. And I was saying last week that gold was setting up for a drop because you can see a bearish divergence. It was hitting its 200-day moving average. Nice even 1800. I thought a short at 1800 looked pretty good, and that's played out pretty well if you're a gold trader. S&P still, I've been screaming that since last week that the S&P taking a short on that looks like one of the most obvious things. Still does. Looks like one of the most obvious trades on the planet to me. Again, can't work in certainties. I could be wrong, but in the probabilities, the way I assess them, it's like a 90+% probability of a short being good. And if you got in the short when I said, it's already in the 3,900, so it's already in profit. And I think the S&P by the end of the year is going to come down at least wick into the 3,600s. And watch out for next year, because I think the S&P's got a good shot at going to 2,800. But I could be wrong on that. I'm definitely more lenient to being wrong on that. I have a hard time thinking that we've bottomed. Because the recession's coming. Are you guys familiar with the bond market yield curve? You guys familiar with that? You've probably heard some things about it. What it does is it tracks the fear and sentiment in the market of the bond market, which is probably the smartest money in all financial markets. It's definitely the biggest pile of money too, which makes sense that those would kind of go hand in hand. So the inversion, right? You're getting paid more because like if I loan you money, right? If I loan you money for a day, I probably won't charge you much interest because the risk is pretty low. But if I loan it to you for a year, I'm probably going to charge a higher interest because it's more risky for me. Money now is always worth more than money later. So what's interesting here is the 10-year treasury bond, meaning that you're loaning the government money for 10 years, is paying a certain interest rate. I think it's about 3.8%. But if I give the government money for 3 months, much shorter term money, much less risk to me as the loaner, they're paying me more like 4.6%. Something like that. I don't know where the exact numbers sit, but there's about a 0.8%, 80 basis points, 0.8% difference that I get more with the 3 month than the 10-year. That's absolutely absurd. That's like someone charging more for a car than a house. That's to put it in perspective. Like that's absurd. And that only happens when the bond market's predicting we're going into a recession. And we've had that yield curve inversion for a while, but it keeps getting fatter and fatter and fatter. And there's only so many times in history where the yield curve inversion has been this fat. Got to about 0.8%, right? 80 basis points, which is crazy. It happened in 2000 and it happened in 2007. And now it's happening now. Do you remember what happened in 2000? .com bubble. Do you remember what happened in 2007? Real estate market crash. Now it's happening again to that thickness. So it also shows what kind of recession. They also think it's probably going to be a deep recession. That's what this really means. And they're literally, when the yield curve inverts this much, it literally, historically, has a 100% hit rate. We're talking over 100 years of data. It is right 100% of the time when it gets this fat. It's actually right 100% of the time, being less fat than this. So yeah. On which platform? Yeah, we trade on Bybit. Definitely try to find a link that gives you some kind of deposit bonus. I don't have it in my thing anymore, but if you sign up for Lever Atlas or the Masterclass, there'll be a link there that you can use that will give you a deposit bonus on Bybit and maybe trading fee discounts. Let me go over to YouTube real quick. Luis says, what indicator says sell and buy? Click the link in the YouTube description or the TikTok bio. It's called Lever Atlas. What's the perks of trading on Bybit? I like Bybit the most because it has the most trading pairs. So I can trade against the most things. That's why, most cryptos. Well, Makua, okay, yeah. All right, that's fine, Makua. Makua, if you haven't at least went and got the Masterclass, it's only $20. I'm going to be raising the price as soon as I don't like doing technical stuff, on websites, etc. So I just haven't changed the price because I'm just too lazy to go change it. But I will be changing it, and the price will be going up, back up, rather. What's the coin that's going to go up massively in the coming weeks or days? Come on, man. I don't know. No one knows that. I really encourage you to think longer term. And from the charts, I can't really tell right now. Sometimes looking at the daily, maybe even the weekly, you can tell these moves that are coming in the short term that are bigger moves. I don't see any of those really standing out right now. Yeah. Another thing to pay attention to is the cost of mining a Bitcoin, right? Do you ever really think about that? How much it costs to mine one Bitcoin, power-wise? Because you think about all the Bitcoin miners, they're losing money, right? They're selling more Bitcoin than they've sold in a very long time because they have to keep their lights on, literally. But in addition to just the power cost, right? In America, I was looking at something that was showing that in August, when they did it, in the USA, it cost about $21,000 in power in August to mine one Bitcoin. Now, what has power cost done since then? They've gone up across the world, basically. And USA wouldn't be the highest. So if it's costing a Bitcoin miner at least $21,000 in just power to mine a Bitcoin, and then we add on rent and salaries and taxes and all this other maintenance and all this other stuff, I mean, it probably costs about $26,000, $27,000 to mine one Bitcoin for your miners. And what's Bitcoin at right now? 17,000. They're losing money. They know this is part of the thing, but when we get to these parts of the cycles, you'll start to see miners sell more Bitcoin, which they're already doing, and I think that's going to ramp up. You see miners shut off some of their miners, and you see some miners go out of business. And that lowers the hash rate, meaning that it becomes cheaper to mine Bitcoin. And once that finds an equilibrium, then we find a base, and then we go back up. But we're not there yet. But we're getting there. I think if I have to pick, right, if I'm just going to, again, not financial advice, can't actually predict anything, I can just kind of give you my best guess. And I think that we have a bottom in the crypto market and probably stock market by summer of 2023. That's what I think. By summer to fall. I lean towards summer, but I think even at a higher probability by the fall. Talking like October, November. October. But it could go all year, but I think that we have a bottom next year, regardless. Bottom. Makua. Oh, so you did get the Masterclass in the fundamentals. Well, that really, I mean, that sets you up for, I mean, you're getting very well educated on how to do all this. Granted, the way that I teach it, it leans a lot on the Lever Atlas indicator. So, Makua, if that's where you're at right now, just keep watching those. Every time you watch them, you will pick up new things, and you will just be leveling up your game, your skill set of knowledge, and then you'll be best suited when you can go in and actually start executing on that stuff. Is it possible to buy USDT with Google Pay? I don't know. Is it good to mine Ethereum? You can't mine Ethereum. I mean, you can go to the ETH proof of work chain, ETHW, ETHPOW, but why? So no, you can't mine it anymore. It's proof of stake now, so you can only stake and validate. If you have 32 Ethereum, you can be your own validator, or you can go join a validation pool if you have less than 32 Ethereum. Okay. All right, I think I'm going to pop off here, guys. It looks to me like most things are kind of going sideways with a bit of a bearish tendency, but it looks like things could kind of pop up a bit, and then that's where to watch, right? Because my gut tells me that we may have a little bit of a green wave before it goes down lower than it is right now. That's what most things looked like to me. And before I hop off, throw a 1 in the chat. Throw a 1 in the chat if you want to learn how to profit when price goes down, or if you want to learn how to get free crypto when price goes down. Throw a 1 in the chat if you want to learn that. Let's go back and check on our trades real quick, by the way, see if any of them got filled. Did they get filled? Let me go over here back to OBS real quick and change that. No, they haven't gotten filled yet. We are in this quant trade. I mean, it's on testnet, so it's not like it's real money. Oh, the curve one did get filled. Some of it got filled. And so look at curve here. We got in at 67.5 cents. Right now it's at 67.2. So prices went down, but that's good because we're doing a short. And so we're in just a little bit of profit so far on our curve trade. And here's some people in the Lever Atlas community today. About an hour ago, Hasnain put this. So he got in a Matic trade, right? He got in at 93. It went down to 90. He made 30%. He profited when the price went down. Nate did the same thing here with Cardano and ETH and Bitcoin. And actually, all three of these trades, his profits were paid to him in ETH, Bitcoin, and Cardano. So he got free ETH here when the price went down. So if you want to learn how to do that, if you want to learn how to get free crypto when the price goes down, if you want to learn how to profit when the price goes down, click the link in the TikTok bio and go take this masterclass. I still have it on Black Friday sale for only 20 bucks. I'm going to be raising the price again as soon as I stop being lazy. And I'll probably be getting rid of that $300 bonus that comes along with it too. Other than that, go back to OBS quick. Maybe we'll take a couple more questions. Maybe we'll take a couple more. Go back over to YouTube quick, see if there's any comments over there. Is this futures? You could call them futures, I guess. All right, I think I'm gonna go. I think I might have a little Christmas